Here we are in July, the third part of our series on seeding our lawns in spring, and as you can see behind me, this lawn has actually came in pretty nicely. I'm pretty happy with its progress and how it looks right now. Nice green color, density is pretty good, and pretty good coverage, which is definitely a struggle. One of the benefits, positives right now is we don't have any don't have a ton of weeds, which is definitely an issue we can have when we seed in the spring, because those summer annual weeds like to take off and get going faster than the turfgrass likes to grow. And so we did a pretty good job of keeping those at bay based on previous applications of pre-emergent herbicides, but also that mesotrione tenacity application we made at seeding and then following seeding. A couple issues though we still do have with this lawn that we're going to have to try to address. Is right along the sidewalks and the driveway. It was hard to get the cedar right up to that without damaging the cedar, and so we have some spots that just didn't come in, and so it's kind of obvious when you walk on the sidewalk that you see these kind of edges that just look like there's grass missing there. And so we're going to want to go through later on this in August, and we'll just rough up that turf area and put some seed in and hopefully get that to germinate and to fill in this coming fall. Another issue I've been having is brown patch. Brown patch is definitely a disease of tall fescue, and it's really damaging, especially on our seedlings. We can get tall fescue in brown patch and tall fescue that's established, and it's more of a superficial, just looks bad appearance thing, but on seedlings it can be particularly damaging, and it actually goes and kills the grass. And so in June we had an outbreak, and so we lost little spots of grass that look kind of like dog spots. It's actually a disease killing those seedlings. And we're getting it again here now in early July with the return of the heat. And so I can try to make an application, but a lot of the homeowner grade products that we would use for brown patch don't really work very well. And I don't want to cheat and bring in some professional grade product that I could use to try to get my lawn looking better than an average homeowner's would be. And finally, the last issue we're still dealing with is crabgrass and some of our annual weeds that have popped up. They're pretty sparse, and so I've just been hand plucking them. It doesn't take very long. You mow the grass and you go out and you see a couple. You pluck those weeds right out and get that grass, let the fescue fill in. Continuing to fertilize, I'm continuing to water, maybe a little bit heavier than I normally would for a tall fescue lawn, again because these seedlings are young and they're developing that nice deep root system that's going to help out into the future. So, it looks good so far, and I'm happy where we're at, and I know we're going to be able to keep this lawn looking great into this fall.